Welcome back to more Tenchu.
So Tatsumaru's in this cave? Good boy. Now, Semimaru, you stay here.
I'm going in.
So now we're in the caves. Caves have become a Tenchu staple for some reason, and I really don't feel like they should be. And right away there's a dude. Don't get me wrong, the cave mission in the first game was cool, but that doesn't mean we need a cave mission in every game. You'll see when we get to Ayame's run through here, there are a lot more dudes in this starting space. That would be perfect for a Tinderella. But that's Ayame's problem.
That's right.
Leave her to deal with that.
Do you know, it didn't occur to me as well. There is other music in this game, but it's on the developer-made levels.
The mission creators, yeah. Which
Yeah.
I do want at some point. I'd like the three of us, Thor, or anybody else who wants to come on is welcome to. I would like to stream creating some missions and have everybody have input on how the levels are created. I think that could be fun. I used to have on my PlayStation copy, on a memory card, I had a number of different levels created that I used to play a lot because it was a little bit more close to original Tenchu because you could actually climb on rooftops that you've created and you just had a simple mission. You didn't really have much loading times because there were no cutscenes. So you could just kind of have an open sandbox to run around and do shit in.
Nice. Do you actually get to choose what kind of weapons are on the enemies that you put into your level as well? Or is it...
I think it's standard. You got your spear guys, you got your sword guys, etc. All the enemies are assets from the game. So unfortunately there are no unique bosses, which kind of sucks. Although I believe in those missions you can still kill bosses, which is cool. Because I was thinking of using it to create other missions to help fill out story beats for this series. Time of the Assassins has a mission creator as well, so I might fiddle with that at some point too.
The music in those levels are actually pretty. There's one where you have to take on Master Senzaiman.
Ooh, nice.
His soldiers are these European knights.
Oh.
The music's actually really creepy. It's really, really good.
Nice. Yeah, we'll have to check that out sometime. Right now, I'm just going to be happy to get through these two campaigns. I am going to do Tetsumaru's at some point. I just don't know if I want to do that immediately after this or take some time off and play something else.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
If he only had like 3 or 4 missions, I would have done it, but he's got 7. I'm actually working on his campaign at the moment. I'm 4 missions into that one. That's a whole other campaign, and plus, I feel like the primary purpose of this game is showing the growth of Rikimaru and Ayame. But his campaign does explain a few things that happened in this story. But I know his campaign is definitely worth playing. And he's pretty fun to play as from what I remember. Okay, that comment did not age well. I do not enjoy playing as him. But I will bitch about that in those videos. He actually reminds me a lot of Onikage. For some reason he fights with his feet instead of a sword. I'm not sure why. And if people out there don't know who Onikage is, well, you can either watch my current playthrough of Tenchu 1 or wait until I redo it. One of the two.
Oh, actually, this is the first game that he's introduced in as well.
Yep, but that's a spoiler, so we're not going to get into that yet. I will just say when we have a certain boss battle, I really wanted to put Onikage's theme in there. So cramped corridors, traps, blind, can't see where I'm going. That could have gone poorly.
There's mines in the
In another corridor, yes, and I have a lot of trouble seeing them, although I did find what I think is a semi-unique way of dealing with them. I could be wrong. Maybe it's standard procedure. There we go. One less enemy to march on Go to Castle. I still find it odd that Kagami has so many soldiers given how many people Rikimaru and Ayame have been taking out.
They're not exactly great ninjas, are
No, they're really not. And if you see where they hang out, once we get to Tetsumaru's campaign, you can tell it's not like they're rich, so it's not like she can just Batman it and hire an army.
You don't know. She could have been slumming it.
That's possible, but I doubt it. Although that could explain why she doesn't wear much in the way of clothes. I mean, she can't even afford a proper wardrobe.
That's fair.
they? It's weird what she wears, that she wears that into battle.
Yeah,
Maybe that's the deception of it.
maybe.
Look like that to not.
Yeah, lull people into a false sense of security. It worked for Tetsumaru. She got him on her side. Right, speaking of mines or explosives, yeah, I can't see that at all. So these caltrops, which are kind of pointless, I found a use for them.
Right. Look at you taking care of business.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. There are a bunch of items like those where they're only useful if you get spotted, and the goal is to not get spotted. Like the ninja stars are almost useless in this game. In the first game, you could use them to take out animals, so they served a purpose.
Yeah, in this one.
Not too many. There's a couple in the mountain level as Rikimaru, but there aren't too many animals otherwise.
Taking on the wolves or the dogs.
Yeah. We've seen 2 wolves, and they're both in the same level, and a bear. Yeah, they weren't really utilized that much, which is a shame.
I'm not sure if you've pointed out as well, but I don't rightly know which version of Tenchu 2 you're playing, if it's the PAL version or the
US version.
the US version or the... Yeah. Because here's a bit of Easter egg. In the European version, the shurikens aren't shurikens, they're knives.
Oh. Those Kuna?
They do the exact same thing, it's just literally the artwork that's changed.
Yeah, I think the dude that did those videos I sent you talks about that, if I remember correctly. He also said that in Wrath of Heaven, I think there was an Xbox version, and apparently that had some additional cutscenes in it, which is interesting.
I'm not surprised. They've done that with flipping Dino Crisis as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I say Dino Crisis, sorry. It was Onimusha.
Ah.
Yeah, they did it with the Onimusha games where they had a little bit more content on it, but that it was only available for the Xbox versions.
That's a shame. It's also a shame we didn't get that in the remaster.
Yeah.
Then again, it's also a shame we didn't get 2, 3, and 4 remastered as just one big collection.
That irks me because it's like they're just not remastering it because they feel like they'll make money. But don't do it. You're still giving fan service. You know, sometimes it's okay to lose a bit of money by putting some of your staff into doing these remasters for people to want to appreciate your games again.
Well, and how much
Okay.
money could it really cost them to remaster a game like that? I can't imagine that much.
Okay, it's not going to cost that much. You're just making the game again in modern systems by back working the engine.
Yeah.
And I just don't know, it flabbergasts me.
Oh, and just so you know, the Onimusha remaster you could actually play because it doesn't use tank control. Well, it gives you the option to not use tank controls, so you'd be happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn tank controls. I say that
Well, even,
I played it on PS2 emulator, but I still own my original copy. Plus, I bought the remaster on PS4 and Steam, so I supported it.
I used to own mine.
Yeah, I've still got a lot of my old games. The OG Silent Hill games, Onimusha, Legacy of Kain, Tenchu, Resident Evil. Yeah, I got all that shit.
That's cool.
Never gonna play them again since I've got emulators, but it's nice to have. I don't think I needed to kill this guy for the ranking, but you know what? He was standing there. He deserved to die.
I mean, best be safe.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many you need in order to make it, like, justify the points for a Grandmaster.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
missed
sure
a guy
either.
there, but... Cool.
I did get almost everybody, so
No, it's cool.
at least everybody I could find.
I'm not criticizing.
I don't know. I think he's criticizing. Well, I make it through both campaigns with Grandmaster ranking, so I couldn't have done too bad. I'm not going to pretend there weren't liberal uses of save states, but hey, made it nonetheless. Yeah, this section here, there's like 3 or 4 dudes really close together. It's a damn sausage party, and I don't want to be invited.
I mean, it's nice to see that they're finally taking their own safety seriously.
Yeah, these guards have been kind of a joke thus far.
I think he's gonna spot you.
He's gonna try, and he's gonna fail.
If he stays in that state for long enough, he will.
Well, that's why I used sleeping gas. I don't think I've ever used that before. But I thought, fuck it, try something new. Get him out the way. I think that item is actually in the first game, but I'm also pretty sure I never used it. I know that game really well, but if you had asked me to name all the items, I would not have remembered that was in that game. Because why use that when you've got the rice ball? Or in this game, the blowgun. Unfortunately, they seem to have nerfed the rice ball in this game.
Unfortunately, the rice ball. In the first game, they'll throw it, and they'll throw it to a respectable distance for the enemy to chase it. But here, they just slightly roll it, like a few feet.
Yeah, I knew there was a reason I didn't really mess with it much in this game. I never actually use it in this playthrough.
It's a liability more than anything.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, even if the enemy doesn't see you rolling it, they'll just, their animation, their code is just already automatically tracked to the rice ball. So if it's only a few feet in front of you and it's not finished its animation, the enemy's just going to start walking towards you rather than trying to find the rice ball, which is stupid.
Yeah, that's a damn shame because it was OP as fuck in the first game. I think they improved it again in Wrath of Heaven, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I played that one.
Oh my god, I cannot believe you just missed that.
An item?
Yeah, it was a health item.
Oh, well, that could have been useful, but since I'm going for not getting spotted and there's no boss in this level, it doesn't really matter. Start calling him the game's librarian.
That's true. I think whatever items you don't use in your pool of items essentially will get added to the stack again.
They do, yeah. That does remind me of Chris. There was a video of mine he was on, and he was complaining that I missed an item, and I had to remind him, yeah, this is in post. It's already happened.
Yeah. All right. It doesn't matter, you know. At the very least, you can stick with it.
Bless him. He's obsessed with item collecting.
Look, man, you got to get your red orbs.
True. I started looking at these things on the floor there. I could not tell what the hell those are supposed to be.
Rocks.
Okay. I figured I'd avoid them just in case they were traps of some kind. I should have known traps in this game don't typically stand out.
Just large stones, I guess. Or...
The only time I did the long jump stealth kill animation was in this area with both characters. For some reason, this one I could time to actually get it right. I'm not sure if that's the same animation as just doing a normal jump kill or if it's a different one. But I'd never pulled that off before until this playthrough, so I'm happy about that.
Nice.
I do what I can. I gotta entertain after all.
We appreciate it.
I would say that if they were to do a remake of these games, I would prefer they go the route of Sekiro, where instead of to time your button prompt when you're near the enemy, based on which action you're doing to get that type of kill animation, it's just based on the movement.
I've never played that one.
It's not recommended.
Yeah, I know it's made by the Souls people, so I just assumed it was a Souls game.
Yeah, FromSoft, but remember, the original developers FromSoft were the guys who did Tenchu either, as well.
I think they started with Wrath of Heaven. I think it's when they got the rights to the franchise.
They used to be... Sorry, FromSoft... can't remember what they used to be now. Was it Arcanum or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know Activision was the publisher for these first two games, but I'm not sure what studio actually made them.
Yeah. The studio that went defunct, that originally made those same developers, or some of those same developers, went to FromSoft.
Okay. I think some of them also made a series, Shinobito, I think it's called, which is a game that seems to play a lot like Tenchu. I think that's the name of it.
Shinobito?
I don't think those games were ever released in the States, and I don't know if they're any good. I saw a video on one of the games and it looked very Tenchu. So I downloaded the ROM, so one day we'll give it a shot. Now, if I did Reaver tries, much like in the same vein as Titan tries, then we could try it out sooner, but I don't feel like doing that. When I've ran out of Tenchu games to replay, then maybe I'll give it a shot. Yeah, my first ever LP, which is no longer public, was Ricky Maru's campaign of the first Tenchu. I actually think that would be a hilarious channel anniversary one year, just to get a bunch of us on the old Discord and just play the video and have us all react to it. Yeah. 2011, so you can imagine what kind of video quality that's gonna be.
Wait.
Super high quality.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could destroy those.
Oh, yeah, I found that out just by chance.
Okay, I've played this game for how long, and I've never known you could do that. I swear to God, I must have tried that out at one point, and it didn't work.
If I had known that, I would have avoided the mine area with Ricky Maru.
Wow.
I just tried that on a whim and I was like, oh shit, that actually worked.
Well played. I'd never known that.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning something new, even after almost 25 years of playing this game.
That is always fun whenever you know a game really well and 20 years later you can still learn something new about it.
I'm dying to know if these fences are now destructible.
Yeah, I never tried.
To be fair, that's a fault on the game, really, because they don't make it clear on what's destructible and what's not.
Yeah. There are a lot of things you can break that I chose not to in this playthrough. Which I do appreciate that you can do that. I always like destructible environments. Not really environments, just things in the environment. This is what this guy gets for sleeping on the job.
Seriously. It's not like you stealthed up to him either.
Nope. He must be a hard sleeper, too.
Making all that ruckus.
Hey, I avoided the annoying little things on the ground.
You did.
I get irritated whenever I run into one, and I'm like, why are they here? Which, of course, is the exact point that they're there, so that I get heard. But still. Doesn't mean I can't get mad at them.
Oh, yeah.
Because clearly...
And they deserve the anger.
Yes, they ran into me.
Right.
How dare they? That actually reminds me of a story from when I was a kid. My parents were having a family gathering, and an uncle I had at the time ran into the fan while drunk and yelled at the fan, "Damn fan getting in my way like that," which we all laughed. And the best part in this video, we actually got to see me run into those things a couple of times, so you know what I'm talking about. Those of you not familiar with this game. Although at least in that situation, it wasn't when there was an enemy nearby. And in that tight corridor, there was some kind of a spike trap, so you kind of have to just move through it really quickly and not worry about running into the little noisemakers. Wonder if any of that's destructible. Probably not. Apparently the voice actress for Kagami voiced a number of female characters in the early seasons of South Park. I think she might have been the mayor, but I'm not sure. I'm really glad there's not a boss in this level because I find this one of the more annoying levels to traverse. This and the previous level. And it's made more annoying by the fact you have to traverse it with both characters. And I'm not sure why all the guards are sleeping. Unless I'm playing this on easy mode. But at the time I was playing this, I didn't know there were difficulty options.
What is that?
What kind of ship is that?
It's almost finished. The most powerful warship in history. Finally, my dream becomes real.
A world ruled by ninja.
Exactly. We'll no longer be forced to hide in the night like thieves. We will decide how we live and how we die.
Lady Kagami!
Stop shouting! I'm talking to Seiru.
I'm sorry, Lady Kagami.
What do you want?
There is an intruder in the cave. Probably an Azuma ninja.
Great, that's all we need. Listen up. We're moving the schedule forward. Prepare to launch the ship immediately. Our first target? Goda Castle.
Yes, my lady.
Seiru, do you know why we're going to destroy Goda Castle? Our sole purpose in life has been to serve in the endless war between Toda and Goda. But now, Toda is gone. Goda is the only thing standing between us and freedom. If we are ever to cast off the chains that have shackled our spirits for generations, then Goda must be destroyed, no matter what the cost. Now come on, it's time to board the fire demon. We stand at the dawn of a new era.
I'll warn the castle. You stay with the ship.
Agreed.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you all next time with more Tenchu, Birth of the Stealth Assassins.